Every year, about 1.5% of the population starts work for the first time. They take their first job as adults. And so it's like a big marathon. It's a big race, and everyone lines up. And the gun goes off, bang, and everybody starts to run. Then, just like a marathon, some people get way ahead, in this case in the earnings race. The great majority stay in the middle, and some people fall well behind. So they just finished a 25-year study, which I think is one of the great studies on success that's ever been done. They ask, how is it that these people can be earning so much money in a paycheck? They're receiving a pay of almost $1 million a month for going to work, and if they lost their job for any reason, another company would hire them immediately and pay them $10 million a year. How can this happen? So these researchers at a major university went back and they said, well, these people must be very intelligent. They must have special gifts. They must have set special qualities or talents that could enable them to be so successful in life. So they went back and looked at their school records and the records at their first job and their second job. You know what they found? These people were just average even when they started off their work life. They didn't look any different from anyone else. They were just average. But then they all started to practice a single strategy, and this is the strategy that will change your life and your career forever. It's so simple, you can't believe it. When these people took their first job, the first thing they would do is they would go to their boss and say, boss, I want to make a valuable contribution in this work, and I want to be successful in this company. What one skill would help me the most to be more successful and make a more valuable contribution? And the boss would say, well, if you were very good at negotiating, team building, selling, or reading financial statements, if you were really good at this, then you would be much more valuable than an average person. So they would say, okay, and they would write down the development of that skill as a goal, just like a lesson plan for a subject in school. They would go to work and they would work on this one skill like a sniper rather than a machine gunner. They would work on a single skill and it might take them a month. Then it might take them a month, and it might take them 3 months, and it might take them a year, but they would work every day on that skill. And here's the magic number. 2 hours per day, 5 days per week, 10 hours in all. 2 hours per day of personal study, a single skill, 5 days per week. Knowledge and skill today are vital to your success. Knowledge and skill equal earning ability. Your knowledge and your ability to apply that vital knowledge to accomplishing a result for which customers are willing to pay, it's critical. People who get laid off don't understand that they have not kept their knowledge and skill high enough to justify their earnings, but they are becoming obsolete faster than ever before. I think that means that a job today can become obsolete in a week, a month, a year. New technology can obsolete an entire industry in a couple of years. So one of the questions you need to ask yourself all the time is this: what is your next career going to be? And here's the quick question: what do you have to do now to bring your skills up to the point so that you can earn the kind of living and have the kind of lifestyle that you want in your next career? The key to your next career is personal excellence. It's to get to the top of the heap where you are now. Get to the top of the field and then stay at the top of the field to maintain and improve your lifestyle. What do you have to do? What do you have to be? Here's a good question. It's one of my favorites of all questions. Ask yourself, what one skill or set of skills could you develop that, if you became absolutely excellent at, would have the greatest positive impact on your future? Point skill, or what one set of skills, if you could develop them and become absolutely excellent at them, would have the greatest positive impact on your future. Your job is to define that. Ask your boss what it might be if necessary. Do everything possible to find out and then develop those skills. Now, if you do not become a master of change, then you have no choice but to become a victim of change. If you don't become a master of circumstances, you become a creature of circumstances. You simply are buffeted about on seas of life. Throughout everything that we've talked about with regard to earning ability, with regard to fast tracking your career, with regard to you fulfilling your potential and becoming everything that you're capable of becoming, the critical point is continuous learning. I cannot tell you how important this is. I meet people all over the world who come to America and come here with nothing. And as a result of continuous learning, they're able to accomplish wonderful things and make great lives for themselves. So take charge of your life. See yourself as the president of your own company. See yourself as a leader. Set the standard in your world. Set the standard in your world. Set the standard for your children if you want your children to have a great life. You create a great life by dedicating yourself to continuous learning as well. See yourself as a role model, as all leaders do. Set high standards for yourself and work every single day to maintain and increase and improve your earning ability. So there are 168 hours in a week. Everywhere now, what we're saying is that if you want to go to the top of your field and be one of the highest paid and most successful people in life, take 10 of those hours and invest them in yourself, that's all. And this turned out to be the strategy practiced by all the top people. I have worked with the presidents of some of the biggest companies in the world, and they spent 2 to 3 hours each week reading and upgrading their skills. Do you know who the third richest man in the world is? It's a man named Warren Buffett. Last year, his total investments are worth $350 billion, the third or fourth largest single company in the United States, one of the biggest companies in the world. Last year, his profits were $25 billion. By the way, $25 billion is good. That's a good amount for one person to grow a company that generates $25 billion in profits. Warren Buffett has the same schedule almost every day. What he does is he comes to work and he spends 80% of his time studying and reading in the subjects relative to his business. Only 20% is in meetings or phone calls or anything else. He spends 80% of his time learning new things so he can make better decisions and get better results. So a question I sometimes ask adults is, how many hours a week do you spend studying new subjects to help increase your productivity and your value? So they found that these experts, these highly paid people, looked upon earning ability like a ladder. A ladder has steps, and each step is a skill. When you learn a new skill, you increase your earning ability. Also, you increase your ability to use your other skills, and each time you learn a new skill, your earning ability goes up. When you learn a new skill, your earning ability goes up, and each new skill you learn causes you to become more and more valuable. And people will pay you more and more money for the result. That you can get for them. Now, if at any given time you decide to stop climbing the ladder of success, you will level off like most people do. But then you will begin to decline because whatever skills you have are becoming obsolete at a rapid rate, and they're becoming obsolete faster today than ever before. So if you are not constantly moving up the ladder, you're actually moving down the ladder, and people don't understand why their income is not going up. It's because they're not becoming more productive. They are not learning new skills. They're not working on themselves to become more successful. So increasing your earning ability is the strategy used by the highest paid people in the world today. Every week, they spend 10 hours or more studying a new skill, the one skill that can help them the most. They keep climbing that ladder and it just becomes a habit, a part of their life, just like a part of your life, maybe watching television or playing sports or something else. A part of their life is learning all the time. It's your ability to focus single-mindedly on one thing at a time and to work on that one task until it's complete, and to discipline yourself not to do anything else or become distracted by emails and bells and beeps and noises and things like that. It's just the ability to focus like a laser beam on a single task. Napoleon Hill did a subsequent book to his book, Think and Grow Rich. It was called The Master Key to Riches. And after 260 pages, he gives you the answer. The Master Key to Riches. So in the first paragraph, he explains, in this book, you will learn the Master Key to Riches. The most successful people have come to that conclusion as well, that self-discipline is the master key to success. A friend of mine wrote a best-selling book a couple of years ago, and basically what it said is whatever got you to where you are today is not enough to keep you there today. To go any further, you must develop new skills. And how long does this go on? All your life, for the rest of your life. When you are surrounded by rapid changes in information and technology and competition and government policies, as long as there is rapid change going on outside of you, there must be rapid change and even faster change going on inside of you if you want to be successful. So the top people are the ones who keep learning new skills all the time. They say, everything is hard before it's easy, and everything at the beginning is difficult, but later becomes easy and automatic. You have to force yourself to discipline yourself at the beginning, but after that, it becomes easier and easier, and you actually feel happy. Now, here's the most wonderful thing. When you discipline yourself to start and complete a task or a part of a task, you feel like an athlete. So here's my question. If an athlete runs in a race and comes in first, what do they call this person? The winner. Exactly, I've studied this hundreds, thousands of hours. What it says is that when you win, when you come in as the winner, your body releases endorphins, which are called nature's happy drug. They make you happy, and dopamine, which is a form of energy that you get from a positive experience. So when you complete a task, your body releases these drugs and you feel happy. So they call it nature. The psychologists call it nature's happy drug. If you want to be happy, just start and complete a task and you get a zip. Well, wow, you feel happy. In fact, in some of my seminars, I say, here's a question for you. What are you learning today? Right? In other words, what is the subject that you are working on today? And what you should do is you should ask people at the break, what is your subject today? What is your subject today? What are you working on? What are you learning about today?